Members of the United Auto Workers are officially on strike this afternoon. At midnight, workers walked off the job at 3 plants in Wayne, Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, and Wentzville, Missouri. This is a historic first for the UAW, striking all 3 automakers. But not everyone walked off the job. The union is using what they call a stand-up strike. The number of those who have walked off the job nearing 13,000. It's an unprecedented move that could affect the broader economy. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
Solidarity forever!
For the first time in their union's history, United Auto Workers walking off the job.
The UAW is ready to stand up. This is our defining moment.
No deal reached last night despite weeks of negotiations between the union and the top 3 automakers in the U.S., GM, Ford, and Chrysler owner Stellantis.
I was involved in the auto rescue in 2009, and the workers took major sacrifices at that time, and they want to be made whole.
The union says so far 12,700 workers are on strike at a Ford plant in Michigan, a GM plant in Missouri, and an Ohio Stellantis plant.
This strategy will keep the companies guessing.
UAW members had been asking for a 40% pay increase. Instead, the company's offering half of that.
We're putting a 20% gross wage rate increase along with other bonuses that come as a part of that. So this is a very, very strong financial offer. I'm extremely disappointed and frustrated that we're on strike.
The union also wants a return to pension plans, better retiree health care, and cost of living adjustments. Ford CEO calling those demands unsustainable in an industry struggling to adapt to the future.
We are one of the most important industries for jobs in America. Everyone will suffer, especially in the communities where we have plants.
A Stellantis spokesperson adds they are disappointed with the UAW's decision to strike and will take steps to protect their North American operations and the company.
And this strike could potentially affect the average consumer. If it lasts a while, dealers could run short on cars and prices could go up. Rena Roy, ABC News, Tepan, New York.
With the union carrying out targeted strikes, how effective will the strategy be in getting its demands met? 13 on your sides, Charlie Tinker is live in the newsroom. Charlie, it's a big difference from the general strikes we've seen in the past.
Yeah, certainly more of a targeted effort than the widespread full-blown walkouts, excuse me. So instead of all of them striking at once, you have essentially a handful of plants that are on these picket lines. Right now, that 13,000 number is less than 9% of UAW membership. Workers at the General Motors plant in Wyoming, for instance, not among them. We saw work there going on as usual this morning. I asked Mike Wall, who's an auto analyst with SP Global, about whether keeping up with these targeted moves, this stand-up strategy, will make the big 3 more likely to budge on what the union's asking for.
That certainly introduces a lot of uncertainty into the mix for sure, and I think that's sort of by design, that the union's sort of designing to try to keep the automakers on their heels. But we're in the early days. Again, this is day 1 of this strike. And, I think a lot is to be determined over hopefully these next few days and really the next week or so.
We'll have the rest of that conversation for you later this evening at 5 and 6. Some insights certainly into that big number we've all heard, $150 million. That is what economists say a strike could cost West Michigan's economy every single week.